What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're all doing well as always. Thank you very much for your ongoing support on the channel. Now, we do have a little bit of an update going on right now, and we've got some new PT servers. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. I've got some video footage and some pictures to show you that I think you guys are going to find interesting. Just a little bit of a roundup of everything the devs have been posting out as of late. And also we can go through the different servers and stuff that's happening. So when we do read through what we're about to read through, the link will be in the description below for you to go and read for yourself if you don't want to hear me read it out to you and explain things. But you can go and check it out for yourself. So firstly, ladies and gents, the devs have posted out today about the deflatable dinghy coming into the next update, which will be, as I stated, it will be deflatable. So you're going to be able to, you know, blow it up and deflate it, which is going to be really cool. It's going to be nice to have that addition into the game to be able to have something that we could potentially carry back into base and secure our boats while we live down by the docks or wherever we're going to be building our bases as well. We have some new NPC animations. The devs have been working on NPC animations. There's a couple here. There's one of the spear. There's one holding something else as well. I think it's the bow, as you can see here as well. So we've got a couple of animations. Makes it a little bit more interesting for what the NPCs are doing. And as the devs did state, you know, they are, you know, we have seen the first iteration and they are working and looking at the feedback from the players as well. The next one is the puppet limping as well. This is a really good one, actually. This is really cool because currently right now we have different dynamics with the puppets. We have large puppets that run slow. We've got skinny puppets that run fast. We've got heavy puppets that wear armor and they hit really hard. So now we're going to have a completely different dynamic where we can basically slow them down by shooting them in the legs, as you saw in that video there. Another one is a Tommy gun. So we have the Tommy gun, which is going to be coming in. This is the final product, basically, right here before it gets implemented into the game. And I'm sure there's going to be other updates coming into the game. Most of what you're hearing now, I'm pretty sure, will most likely be within the next update, as far as I'm aware. So we have the Tommy gun there, and we also have the sidecar for the Zundap, I think it's called, or something like that too. So we have the sidecar, which you can see there. Right, now, let's get on to this. I'm going to get through this as quick as I can, try and explain it. So right now, the devs have a separate set of servers right now that they're doing testing on. And these are the player test servers. So they're going to be testing the traders, and they're also testing the way the loot management is. And I'll show you in just a moment as we go through this. Well, you can see it on the screen here. I don't have to put anything up in production, so you can see this as is. So before we get into the PT stuff, there's a lot to unwind there on the main build. Also, as the live build, you'll see a small update where we celebrate the holiday season with our regular updates. So obviously, the Christmas update's out as well, guys. So the Santa will make you jump and give you some presents. So loot the island, and you might get Santa give you some stuff as well, which they do every single year, which is awesome. So let's get to the PTE. To start how to get to the PTE branch, this is what you got to do, guys. So you go to SCUM. We had to do this before, back in the day, when we was doing all the streamer streams. You remember the streamer updates and stuff like that, and only the streamers would play on there? This is basically what we had to do then. So you go onto SCUM, right-click SCUM, go to properties, then go down to betas, and you'll see the private betas here. And then once you have the branch downloaded, we have prepared the PT servers for you to connect to. So obviously you can see here beta participation, PTE release branch there, and it will just automatically download it. So they've got a Europe, Asia, US East, US Central, Canada, and Australia server as well. So these are the servers they're doing the tests on, and this is basically what these tests are all about here. So starting with the loot, as said in last week's dev update, the loot table has been distributed to make more sense, depending on the POI style, lore, etc. So let's start with the general loot. General loot such as clothes, food, etc. has been increased for starters. As with the 1.0 map rework, the number of spawners has dropped, resulting in less loot than intended. We have brought the drop chance back to mitigate this change. So if you really do get a bunch with no items found in a row, you can bet someone was there. With that, other loot such as clothes have been rebalanced and distributed depending on the zone that they are in. So just before I get down to well, we'll just read this bit first, actually. So red being more coastal zones where you will find more light clothing such as shorts and t-shirts, green being moderate climate, and blue cold climate. So depending on the zone, that is the layer of clothing you should wear. So you can dress according to the temperature. So as you can see the red zone here. You can see the red zone. You can see the green zone and the blue zone. So you're going to be finding the clothes that are appropriate for that climate. Right, you're going to be finding the clothing that's appropriate for that climate, which you can see, which is going to be cool. So next up, we have the special loot, starting with police hunting and military loot. Here is the picture from last week. So you can see all these different colors. I know it looks a bit crazy, but there is a color key that they're doing here. So let's just go through this. Some of you are guessing what it was. So here it is. All of the loot has been divided between the POIs and into categories. The goal is to remove the clutter from so many weapons and ammo currently in the game. This also goes for military clothing being divided so it fits the biome they're located in. And one thing I'm really hoping for as well is that the World War II bunkers, which is all these purple areas, I'm really hoping that the loot is going to be decent in there. I don't know anyone who loots World War II bunkers, because all the loot sucks and it's really low quality as well. So I don't really like or even bother going into these, but they are such a great location to get specific guns from. I just hope that they keep the loot quality of it higher, because weapon cleaning kits and stuff is really hard to come by. So the Western Forces, so green, right? So if you look at the green, so this green section here, D3, a little bit of A3 all the way down to B0. So you got this. I'm not going to go through all this because it's going to take forever otherwise. But the M249, the Mark 18, M16, SCAR, SCAR DMR, frag grenades, smoke grenades, and claymores. You're going to find those mainly, or you are going to find those in the green areas. So that's where you're going to find those. Eastern Forces in the red, you're going to find all AK variants as well. And a prom mine. Smoke grenades. Like I said, you can go through these and have a look for yourself. I don't want to waste your time. So basically it's saying that you're going to find certain loot in certain sectors, in certain areas, and that's basically what that is. And you've got the police stations, you've got the hunting towers, you've got the World War II bunkers, the Tech 1 as well. So some POIs have also been made special in this regard. Hunting cabins now have a higher chance of spawning hunting loot. The prison POI is filled with police gear and so on. Some things we will let you explore on your own to see if the intent was successful. Another change are the locked lockers. There is now a 100% chance of getting something from locked lockers all over. So there is no longer the disappointment of using a screwdriver usage and getting nothing for it. Secret bunkers have been a bit revamped as well, as it's no longer an RNG thing. Since keycards are so rare, these bunkers are now filled with gear you will definitely want to go to once you have a card. Now, that is what I'm looking forward to. Those secret bunkers have been a nightmare. It's not really all that loot. But now, apparently they will be. Kill boxes and abandoned special rooms remain untouched for now. So obviously they've got plans for those. For medical, we've increased the drop chance of useful items in pharmacies, the Klenovnik, and sanitarium hospital sites, the medical rooms in military POIs. Vehicle parts. We aim to eliminate the most tedious part of getting a vehicle, and that is finding the random parts of vehicles instead of the one you need. So we divided these as well. To start, the junkyard is still your go-to POI for all parts, as we all know. As for the rest of the map, you will know where to look for the part that you need. The Rager, you'll be finding parts for them at the biggest POIs on the map. Samobor City, Novigrad, and Rogoznica there. Volkswagen and the Leica, you will find their parts in garages across the map. Tractors, barns, motorbikes, motorcycle track, cruiser, gas stations, and airfields. Quad, also the moto track and construction sites. We've also increased the number of vehicles that spawn in a drivable state. And that's one thing that I've heard that the devs were doing as well. They're increasing the amount of vehicles that are ready to go, ready to drive as well. So basically what this is doing, it's giving you an area. So if you go, I want to find this weapon, I know what sectors to go in. So they've done a hell of a lot of work with the loot stuff here. And right, this is a big one here as well. And I want you guys to comment on the video down below and tell me what you think of this and how you think this would affect. Because I think this is going to get players doing player-to-player trading. And I also think it's going to get players going out there in the world and actually playing rather than just going to the traders and just buying everything. So as mentioned, the biggest thing about the traders is their inventory of items will be empty until someone sells them the items. We are looking right now at how it will be with all items and will adjust according to your feedback. So basically, that they want the traders to be completely dead empty. Nothing, zilch, until players start pouring the loot into the traders. And then you can kind of grow your own little economy that way as well. Now, I know what you're going to think. I know people are going to say, what about low pop servers and stuff like this? Well, I haven't really thought about that, and that's not my job to do that. But for the larger servers, the more popular servers, this is going to be a great way to get people getting out there in the world, taking stuff back to the traders, and creating their own economy and stuff like that. Maybe on your own servers, you can still have settings so you can actually adjust your own loot. So maybe that's going to be a thing. So again, like the devs always give us his choices. So get on the PT and test it out and let us know what you think. Now, I'm considering about trying this tomorrow on the live stream, which could be a good idea as well. So, ladies and gents, that's pretty much all I have for you there. There's still a lot there. Let me know what you think. The puppet limping, the animations, the dinghy, and obviously the traders. I really want to know what your thoughts are on the traders on this one. And I will read, and I do read every comment, ladies and gents, all right? So I will be going through those later on. Also, I am sponsored by GGHost, so don't forget to use my affiliate link down below in the description. Use Raykit in the promo section just before you purchase, and you'll get 50% off your first month with them. Excellent support, performance, everything. My servers, raykitgaming servers, my PvE and PvP servers are running on a dedicated rig with GGHost, and it is just phenomenal. And I mean that in every single way. Their support is just second to none. Really good. So thank you very much for your time, guys. And as always, appreciate your ongoing support. Be safe, and I will catch you on the live stream tomorrow. Take care.